What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV and back for our fifth and final episode of the Unpopular Opinions. It's been brilliant getting all the opinions out there. I'm looking forward to this last episode. I'm joined yet again by the great Tottenham on Tour's very own Bryan Gil. How are we doing, Bryan?
I'm loving being called great. It's not very often I get called that. So, yeah, loving this. But, yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here with you, brother, and really enjoyed these unpopular opinions.
Well, here at Tottenham TV, we aim to please. So let's get going on the more unpopular opinions. And this next one is from Lily White 10, and I don't know what you're going to think of this one. Whisper it. Ricky Villa's goal in the 81 final is the most overrated goal in Spurs history.
What? What?
The most overrated goal in Spurs history. Ricky Villa's run. It's a run by Ricky Villa.
Oh,
Ricky
my
Villa.
What a tremendous run. He scored. No chance whatsoever. This goal is cemented in Tottenham legends. This is a goal that people's great-great-great-great-grandkids will be seeing to say this is when the FA Cup was at its peak. This goal, if I had a million words to describe this goal, overrated wouldn't even come close. This goal is iconic, it's legendary, and no chance is it overrated.
What basis do you reckon they say is overrated? How many players did he beat? Maybe it's a bit of
That's about four.
A bit of a scruffy finish.
So let's have a look. Tony Gavin passed it to him. He passed a couple of players just running past, like, to the box. I wouldn't say he went past them, but physically went further than them on the pitch. Gets into the box. There's about three players. Then the goalkeeper. Nah.
A scruffy finish, maybe this.
Do you know what? Would you say it was scruffy? After that run, the goalkeeper came charging out. And he hit it. Let's face it, Matt Letizia has scored a few of his world-class ones where he's taken on three players.
Yeah.
And then he's scuffed the shot and it's got... no.
What was a better goal? The Ricky Villa's against City or Son's against Burnley? Just goal perspective. As a goal. Not forget the circumstances, because obviously Ricky Villa's is in a cup final. But just as a goal.
Why are you doing this to me? Every episode you put something in there. Oh, mate. I'm going Ricky Villa.
Yeah?
I'm still...
I think I'm going Ricky Villa as well, because as much as I think Son's was a longer distance, but I still think Ricky Villa's was more difficult, because Son pretty much just ran in a straight line all the way through.
Well, you got to remember as well, Heung-min Son's goal was scored in the first half.
Yeah.
And footballers now are much more bigger athletes. It's obviously a much more fit. That was at the end of a game, and they'd played the FA Cup a few days before. This was a replay, and Ricky Villa, you got to remember, got substituted in that first game. Because he was having a woeful game, and this game meant a lot to him. Yeah, I'm going Ricky.
All right. So big disagreement there. Next up, we have Jamie Weller says Jesus is the Brazilian Danny Welbeck. Steer clear at all costs. I don't know. At this point, it's probably not an unpopular opinion. I don't think that.
What was it? Say again. So
Jesus is the Brazilian Danny Welbeck.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
He's signing for Arsenal. It's time for the slander.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
Yeah,
okay. He scored 8 goals last season, 4 of them in one game against Watford. He apparently prefers to play out wide now, and last season he was backup striker to a team with no strikers. So,
well, with that evidence,
sorry, Gabriel Jesus, have to go in hard now. That's just the that's just the nature of the game.
Yeah, Happy is an Arsenal player. The slander starts. That's what happened. So yeah, let's do it. Let's agree.
I absolutely agree with that. Harry C says we should keep Gil.
Is that Harry C Hazard 72 or whatever?
It is Hazard Spurs.
Okay, 92. Big up Hazard. He's a good friend of mine.
Has Spurs. 92.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I actually went to school with his sister.
Right, interesting.
So yeah. But we should keep Gil. Listen, I've said it before. I'm not going to go back on my word. This whole transfer with Gil just baffles me. It baffles the head out of me. Why he came. Getting rid of Lamela. I think keep it. Does he mean keep him, not sell him, or mean keep him this season?
We should keep Gil. He just says that.
Okay, so if it's keeping Gil, as in sending him out on loan to an English team, and then yes, if it's keep him here this season to play, no.
If it's Dr. signing a forward, definitely not.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, we have Manjot, who says Ben Davies had a better season than Ben White. I agree
1
with
billion
that.
percent.
Especially since Conte came in.
Yeah, Ben Davies had a better season than a lot of defenders.
Yeah,
And a lot of
very
defenders.
underrated.
And then obviously what he went on to do with Wales as well, a few of the blocks he was making. He is probably the unsung hero of the season for me.
I completely agree with that. Rehan Onin says, Eric Dyer is our best free kick taker. It's a shame that he does not take many. Could reach the level of James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
Could he ever reach Ward-Prowse levels?
No.
Of free kick?
No, but I think what you got, what I'm taking from that comment as well is obviously you just got to look at what Heung-min Son has done on international duty with career. I think what we can all agree is Harry Kane is definitely not number one. But yeah, I think Heung-min Son, I know what he's saying. Eric Dyer has got a good free kick on him. And I think him and Son, unless we bring in a dead ball specialist, should be the set piece takers.
Yeah, I agree. Last but not least from Ewan. Says Levy.
There we go.
There it is. Sorry, we couldn't end this without having at least one Levy in there. And it actually happened. This is actually the last one we received as well. The only
is
one.
it?
Yeah, the actual last unpopular opinion we received. So sneak this one in there. Levy is a very good owner, despite the lack of silverware. Without oil or Russian money, he created a strong and stable financial situation that will have a massive impact for the future of the club. And he wants the club to succeed, admitted his mistakes, and hired Paratici and Conte.
Has he admitted his mistakes? I don't think.
Well, he said he said after he sacked Mourinho that we have to. That Spurs have lost sight of the bigger picture or something like that.
He apologised for spending 250 million badly, but kept all the staff there. He said after sacking Mourinho, we're going to go back to open, attacking, expansive football, 73 days, whatever it was, without a manager, and then Nuno. No. Listen,
but he did hire Paratici and Conte. You have to give him credit for that.
No, I can't give him credit for that, but why didn't he get Conte in at the summer when Paratici came? We got Conte in. Mm-hmm. Listen, there are bits that he's done good, and I'll say it. Listen, the stadium is an architectural masterclass. Mm-hmm. The training ground is fantastic facilities. There's no knocking that. There is no knocking what he's done. And I'll say this now, and I will always give commercially what he's grown the club to. He has done exquisitely well at that. When it's been to getting players out the door, and I mentioned the other day, Kevin Wimmer at 18 million, or the best money for players going out. He's been brilliant at that. But where he has failed repeatedly is transfers in, managers in and out, not backing someone like Poch when he did so well. And I am old school, and I have always, we follow our football team and support them to win trophies. That's what we all support, to see our team become champions. And one trophy in 21 years is unacceptable for a club like Tottenham Hotspur, especially when we've just had the first decade where we've not won a trophy in our history.
But with him finally pumping money into the club, Spurs, I read, have, in terms of match day revenue, I think we're the third highest now in Europe for match day revenues, just behind. I can't remember who was behind. I think it was Barcelona, and maybe behind the top two, Barcelona and Madrid. But if that's, those finally having revenues potentially to compete with the bigger sides now, and now maybe we're starting to see that. And if that's the case, then what?
So that word you used a few times there, potentially, is a huge factor in this. You got to remember the money that's come in as well. Yes, the 150 million. Let's remember the boxing, the NFL. Let's remember the concerts that are coming and everything. It's potentially, we look at it, we're in the transfer window. Yes, it's very, very early days. It's 25 million we spent raising on let's see how much is spent. As I said, there's nothing more I want to do than come on these shows, especially yours, and say, do you know what? Fair play to you. Well done. You've done a great job here. Let's keep it going. I want to be able to say that. I want to be able to do that. But like I said, it's going to take 5 years of constant backing a manager. I don't mean spending 100, 200, 300 million. A manager saying we need this to freshen up, we need this and we need that. Getting the players in when he wants them in, not at the end of the window. And then again, potentially, we could see the better side of this man. But I refuse to see it right now.
You refuse to see it.
Right now, like I said,
Isn't that your emotions blinding you?
yeah, but maybe my emotions are blinding me. But like I said, he said he's going to invest 150 million, and I know that's not all going on transfers for Spurs. I know it'll go to the women's team and other things that Spurs have planned for the club. But we need to see this on a regular basis, not just a one season, one summer. There you go, I've done it. See, I can do it, and then not continuing it. That's what I've got to see. Consistency from him.
Well, he's consistently let us down, so he needs to consistently
There you
not
go.
let us down.
You've just said everything I tried to say in 10 minutes in about 15 seconds.
There you go, Brian. No worries. But that is it for our unpopular opinion series, and look, we got loads of such a great response to the tweet. Thank you everyone for sending in all your opinions, and it's been a lot of fun reacting to them. I hope you enjoyed and got entertained by reacting to your unpopular opinions. Brian, thank you for joining us for this
Loved
series.
every
Hope
second.
you enjoyed it.
Loved every second of it.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. We'll be back. Well, I'm not going to be in the studio for a bit, but you will be in the great hands of Brian and Rez for a few days next week. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you everyone for joining, and like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
Come on, you Spurs.